Hi fam, Shay here from Big Sis Me, your one-stop shop for all your big sisterly advice. Ready to be kinder to yourself? You're in the right place. As your virtual Big Sis, I'm here to share simple ways to bring a bit of kindness into your life. This is part 1 of a 3-part series, and I've organised these tips under the topics of mind, body and personal space. Before we dive in, remember that my advice is here to complement, not replace that of your doctor or therapist. If you find yourself struggling, please seek professional help. Now then, let's get on with the video. Here are the 7 ways to a kinder place. Way 1. Love your body. It's the only one you've got. Treat it gently, respect it, and appreciate all it does for you. Our bodies are miraculous, working tirelessly to keep us alive. You wouldn't be here without your physical form. I find that both simple and profound. Growing up, I don't remember ever being told to look after my body, let alone to treat it with kindness. I pushed myself hard, ignored injuries, until one day my body didn't bounce back. Take care of yourself. When we're younger, our bodies often bounce back quickly and we might push them through tough situations, expecting everything to return to normal. We walk off or ignore injuries, not realizing how much we keep track of these experiences. Our bodies absorb everything, like sponges, such as experiences, injuries, nutrition, and more. Rest, kindness, healthy food, sustainable exercise, and regular medical checkups help cleanse and rejuvenate these sponges. On the flip side, burning the candle at both ends, being rough with your physical self, poor diet, and lack of movement can lead to messy sponges. We care for our bodies because they're like a bank. What we deposit now will determine what we withdraw later in life. It's not just about enjoying our bodies while we're young, but ensuring we can use them for as long as possible as we age. Of course, fun experiences like chocolate, late night movies, and music festivals are essential. They make life enjoyable. However, if these are the only experiences we give our bodies, they will eventually, and unsurprisingly, fail us. Personally, it took me a long time to learn to be kind to my body and respect all it does for me. As I started to treat and talk to it with kindness, I began to understand it better and recognize what was beneficial for it and what wasn't. Tip: look at yourself in the mirror and thank your body for what it does for you. If you find it difficult to be thankful for your whole self, start by picking something specific, like your feet, and thank them for carrying you today. Try to find something every day about your body that you can be grateful for, and eventually you'll learn to love and care for your body in its entirety. Speaking of body care, another important aspect to manage is illness and hygiene, as often they go hand in hand. Practicing good hygiene can help prevent various illnesses. If you do become sick, take it seriously, regardless of how common the illness may be. This means resting when necessary and replenishing fluids and electrolytes. It's also crucial not to return to places like school or work while still weak or unwell. Besides the obvious risk of being contagious, you could be more vulnerable to catching other illnesses while your body is recovering. That's why it's so important to focus on recovery. From personal experience, I often felt pressured to go to work while still recovering, thinking it showed toughness or was necessary due to work demands. Unfortunately, during one of these times, a sick colleague also came to work and I caught something from them while my immunity was low. This was one of the worst health decisions I ever made. I became very ill, which ironically hurt my productivity and eventually led to me leaving that job. When you do get healthy again, it's important to recognize that health looks different for everyone. Avoid comparing your body to others because you don't know their unique health journey or genetic makeup. Instead, take time to pay attention to what makes you, you. Way 2. Do pay attention to your appearance because this is another way to show kindness to yourself. I have a lot to share about this, so I'm going to break this down into bite-sized advice, which covers attention to appearance, dressing with confidence, shopping, and self-esteem. Attention to appearance. Learn to care for your skin, hair, nails, and personal hygiene. Self-care routines can be simple and affordable and don't have to cost the earth. Good quality hair and body care products can be found at your local supermarket, discount store, or pharmacy for an affordable price. Do your research. There are many dermatologists and doctors on YouTube offering sensible advice, but remember that their guidance, like this channel's, may be generic. For personalised recommendations, especially if you have skin sensitivities or allergies, talk to your medical professional. Dressing with confidence. Experiment with clothing that makes you feel confident. While ideally we'd be judged solely on our inner selves, first and ongoing impressions matter. You'll never know when you'll need to rely on them, whether in obvious places like your school or workplace, or even at impermanent locations like a cafe or food mart. If you need tips on making better first impressions, let me know in the comments and I'll create more content about it. Shopping and self-esteem. Taking the time to dress cleanly in clothes that fit you well can significantly boost your self-esteem. Shopping secondhand, receiving hand-me-downs, or visiting local discount stores is perfectly fine and could reduce waste. Don't let anyone shame you for how you obtain your clothes. What matters is your comfort and confidence. Invest in quality clothing that lasts longer and reflects your personal style, focusing on classic or timeless pieces rather than fleeting trends. Research and explore fashion styles that appeal to you, including vintage and cultural inspirations. Spend at least 30 minutes a week, if you can, planning your outfits and ironing or steaming your clothes in preparation for the upcoming week. Take some time to establish a good and manageable skincare routine or do some self-maintenance. If you need more advice or recommendations, let me know in the comments and I'll create more content about it. I knew I was taking the right steps towards feeling more confident when I stopped comparing myself to others and started focusing on how I wanted to present myself to feel more confident. This shift helped me discover what brought me joy and ultimately led me to find my own style. Remember, you'll always look and carry yourself better when you feel comfortable within yourself. Taking care of your appearance and treating yourself with kindness also nurtures your mental well-being. When you feel good about how you look, it boosts your confidence and positively affects your mindset. Self-care is not just about the body, but also about ensuring your mind feels valued and cherished. Which leads me to way 3. Know that there is always enough space for you in this world. You are wanted and enough just as you are. Maybe we are born knowing we are wanted, but we forget this as we grow up. The people who should remind us might be struggling themselves and fail to show it, or worse, they might go out of their way to make us feel unwanted. It then becomes our job to teach and remind ourselves. There was definitely a time in my life when I accepted crappy treatment because I didn't know that I deserved better. But I did, and so do you. The good news is that everyone can find their path to this place of self-acceptance in their own unique way. I found mine by finally coming to terms with my emotions, accepting them without judgment, and meditating on them. This brought on an awareness of when I started to feel unwanted, who made me feel this way, and how it affected my life. If you need help getting started on learning how to embrace your enoughness, here are a couple of questions for you to think about. What does being wanted in a loving way look like to you? What can you do right now to show that there is enough space for you? The answers don't need to be complicated and can be as simple as wishing yourself good morning with a smile, giving yourself a pat on the back when you cook a meal, telling yourself that you deserve to have a good day, or being genuinely grateful for something positive in your life. For me, it's my heater keeping me warm on a cold winter day. Tip: close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, there is always enough space for me. I am wanted. Repeat as needed. I would love to hear how you went with this, so please let me know in the comments about what you did to remind yourself that you are enough. It's only after you learn to prioritize self-acceptance that others' approval becomes a bonus rather than a necessity, and their disapproval loses its significance. If through your own self-reflection you find that you need some advice on making peace with disapproval or being disliked, I've made a video called Embracing Dislike, 6 Lessons Learned. The link is in the description below. Remember that keeping things simple can help you to maintain your positive practice. And so we've come to the end of part 1 of my 3-part series on 7 ways to a kinder place. In this video, we've explored ways to love your body, care for your appearance, and know your worth. In part 2, I'll share tips on practicing gratitude and asking for help. So be sure to stay tuned for that video. I've got some great advice coming your way. In the meantime, if you like this content, please feel free to share, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells. It really helps this channel reach others who may need to hear this message. And if you don't like this content, that's okay too. I'd love to know more about it. Until next time, be kind to yourself and have a great day.